I have a 2017 Renegade X, 800 miles on it. You can see there's the ski that I'll be dealing with here today. You can see I've already taken the one off on the other side, and just a simple bolt. One pulls out through the middle. I'm going to be changing my carbides up front here, and with the ski that I pulled off, I've already taken the first carbide off. It's just 2 bolts, a little bit just a little tap of the hammer. You put the nut back on the bolt, and just a little tap of the hammer should pop right back out. So I'm going to be putting a 7.5 inch Studboy shaper bar. You can see here, meant for the pilot ski. I think I paid about $140 for this at the local snowmobile shop. I'm sure I could have found something a little bit better, but it's going to go on there. I hear it's a good bar, and I'm going to take the one that was in the middle, and I'm going to move it over to the outside, which you can see has been beat up by the 800 miles I've already put on the sled. There's a few stones and whatnot I'm going to have to pull out of there, and then drill for the holes and see how she pops in. If I pull, and don't make fun of my messy garage here, because that's how I live, but this is the old shaper bar here. You can see the carbide on it isn't completely dead, to be honest. I don't know what it looked like when it was new, but there's still a little bit on all 4 pads. But she was pushing it a bit. Admittedly, we had kind of a crummy winter anyway, but I'm going to put these ones out to the outside and see how she plays for the winter that's coming up. We've got a good early start this morning. It's going to be a good 80 degrees here plus in southern Ontario here at the end of September, and it's really quite unseasonably warm. So I'm going to get this cleaned up. I'll be back. All cleared out of the outer side in my pilot ski here, and one thing worries me a little bit, and you can see, maybe you can see here, where I took the existing runner out. There's a spot where it fits into, and you can see that I've obviously taken some stones. The groove was filled with stones for me to clean out. I'm hoping there's still enough that I can bolt this thing in and that it sits properly, and I guess I'm going to find out. I'm going to drill a pilot bit here first just to kind of get the angle there, and so my bigger bit doesn't slide, and then re-drill it with 3/8, and hopefully everything goes the way that it should. So you know what, we lefties, we need 2 hands to do these jobs, so you know what a drill looks like. I'll be back. You can see that they come through. My angle's good. Distance could be off by a millimeter or so. You can see all the rest on the old one there. And what I'm going to do is I'm just, instead of trying to pound them in or anything, because I don't want to, you know, damage the carbide as it is, I'm just going to put the nut on the bolt, and I'm going to let my socket take care of pulling it through the ski so that there's not too much force put on anything. And then you can see there's the original 2 holes. I'll put the new Studboy shaper bar that I have waiting there for me to go there. Notice because of the angle of the bolts, there's really only one way you can put it in. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm just going to poke it through the holes, and if it doesn't slide right in, I will put the new included nuts that came with it, and I'll just use my socket to pull them right up and into the slot. You can see these shaper bars stick out considerably further than my old carbide did. I snugged her up pretty tight, probably past torque, but I wanted that last little rail to be seated up against the plastic, which I guess I've done. You see a little bit, I have to trim away in the middle there. These skis obviously got beat up a little bit. I'm a little nervous about having that much sticking down below my ski. We'll see what the first set of railroad tracks I encounter do to that, but hopefully it gets me around the corners a little better. I'm hoping. I'm just going to pop it on the snowmobile and take care of the other side.